ever meeting you.
Yeah.
So it's great to meet you.
It's good to meet you too, man.
Yeah, I did a deep dive on your music.
Oh, yeah.
And I gotta say, like, you are incredibly talented.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
I was so impressed. And yeah, especially after just watching like A Complete Unknown, and like I was never really huge into this genre of music.
Yeah.
Would you say you're kind of like folk?
Oh,
or?
dude, yeah, definitely. I started out like as a huge Bob Dylan fan.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I saw the movie as well, and it was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like, I would call my music folk, and Bob Dylan is like a big influence on me, and especially my songwriter.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that, and honestly, you have your own sound as well. Yeah, I don't want to like just compare you to other artists,
sure,
because you definitely have your own sound.
Thank you.
And you just released your first album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do Not Disturb. What was that process like getting to that point?
It was pretty long. You know, I'd written some of the songs like probably like a year and a half before ever putting it out. And I just had them, and I played them live here and there, and I was like, I should probably do something with them.
Yeah.
And then I was getting like super into like just like buying like weird recording gear.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought like a 4-track like cassette tape recorder, and so when I bought that, it kind of like clicked for me.
Yeah.
So I recorded all the vocals and the guitars through it.
Really? Okay.
And I was just like, okay, this is like what I want to do, and kind of move forward with this kind of sound. And then, so I had like 3 songs that I'd written before deciding to do the album. And then once I decided I was going to try to do an album, I wrote like 9 more or something like that.
Okay. Which songs were they?
It was Us, My Only Friend, and then actually there was one more that didn't even make it on the album.
Oh, really? Okay.
Decided to cut it, but yeah.
So they're kind of that's the first and third song of the album, so I kind of like stemmed the whole album from there.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's really cool. Well, I do want to introduce you, like for people who don't know, this is Jack Nooney, folk artist. Where are you from?
I'm from San Francisco, but I live here.
San Francisco, okay. That makes sense why a lot of your music videos are filmed there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on again.
Good
So
to be here.
you recorded it through the cassette, so nothing was digital for this album?
It was digital, like for the drums. Those were recorded
Okay.
at the school I go to. We have access to studios, so you know, mic'd up the kit and I played them.
Yeah.
And that was done for some of the songs. And then the song, I don't think I'll get out this time. That song, those drums were just recorded in my apartment.
Okay.
But
you play those?
yeah, I played every instrument on there except for some lead guitar my brother played.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so like the lead guitar, I don't think I'll get out this time, on Look at Me and Us played on there.
That's Sam Nooney?
Yeah, Sam
I
Nooney.
mean, your brother. Yeah. So I was listening to a lot of your guys' older songs as
Awesome,
well, which I
man.
really like.
Thank you.
And just the way you guys strum together, it just like bounce off each other. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Like you had a set that you guys did to an empty room.
Yeah.
How did that come together?
That was kind of our like our friend's idea. He wanted to film us doing a set together, but we didn't know where to do it. And so we're like, oh, let's just play to nobody.
Yeah.
And we selected a group of songs that we felt comfortable about playing, and then set up the mics and got 3 people to operate the cameras, and just kind of did it.
Yeah.
It happened really quick.
That's really cool because
Thank you.
it's really hard to just get out there initially as an artist, and
Yeah.
like obviously everybody starts with 0 fans and you have to start for somewhere. So for you to just be like bold enough to just like record a set like that on the stage and just go all out even though you don't have like the traction yet, I think that's something that a lot of artists really need. You need that drive to just go and do before you get the traction in the eyes.
Yeah, it was definitely that, because we weren't really playing to anybody.
Yeah.
And we also thought it'd be kind of funny to be like, oh, let's play to nobody at all.
Yeah.
So,
So you mentioned you go to school. Is that film school?
It's a recording school.
Oh, it's a recording school.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I go for audio engineering, and
Awesome.
graduate next month.
Oh wow!
It's exciting.
Congrats.
But yeah, it's been a great experience. Just like improved my engineering skills, my mixing, and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and gotten me in environments where I'm able to like record people and record myself, and you use these like consoles that are industry standard and everything. It just really helps strengthen the muscle of like recording.
Absolutely. So you do everything yourself on this
Yeah, I
album?
do everything myself, and except for the songs where I play drums on, and my friend Jack and my friend Mason engineered those sessions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you prefer recording, but like with only yourself in the room, or do you like other people around as well?
I think it depends. I think I like doing the guitars and like singing by myself.
Mm.
But it's always fun to go into the studio and just like knock out some other stuff.
Yeah.
And I would like to do like a whole live, like full band kind of recording session. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy both. I think for right now, I'd like to just stay by myself.
Yeah. There's some interesting instruments that you use in some of your songs. Like on My Old Friend, at the end of the song, there's like this buzzy instrument that you're playing. What is that?
That's a synth. Actually, my friend Jack, he did those synths on there.
Okay.
He really liked the song. He was like, "Can I try something on it?" And I was like, "Yeah, go ahead." And then he sent me back like a file with these like synths, and we actually mixed that one together because he helped me on it. And yeah, it's just like some Ableton synth. I'm not sure exactly what plugin he's using, but it sounds really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it. Your production really reminds me of Clara, I'd say. Like the way like the instruments fit together and bounce around. I really like that style. So you mentioned you're really inspired by Bob Dylan. Yeah. What are some other artists that you really?
I love the Beatles. Like that's my number one.
Yeah.
It's just like when I first heard them, it's just like blew my mind. And my dad would always drive us to school and we'd just play the Beatles, and that's just always kind of like stuck with me. Like I was listening to them on the drive over.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're just. I never get tired of them.
Yeah.
And they always influence me in some way. It's like I'll be working on music. I'll post my music to like TikTok, and people will be like, "Oh, this sounds like the Beatles," and like I appreciate that a lot, but I also like. I don't think I can hear it in my own music.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then another big influence for me is definitely Elliott Smith.
Oh, I've heard Elliott Smith.
Oh, he's great. I would say, like production-wise, that is definitely one that I draw from the most.
Yeah.
And like.
Is that a newer artist or older?
No, he was around in the 90s.
The 90s. Okay.
Yeah. But his songwriting is amazing. And he did a lot of his albums just by himself, like played all the instruments, and so that was very inspiring to me. And like the guitars on my album, they're double tracked, and the vocals are double tracked, and I got that from him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. Okay. So do you just use like the same audio file and stack it, or do you like play over?
I play the take.
Okay, that's
so
cool.
I just play it twice and then sing it twice.
Nice.
And then try to get it as close as possible.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Thank you.
In this sort of like newer album, what do you think can be gained from this album that you wouldn't find in some of your older songs?
Definitely production value and like more exploration with songs. I feel like my older songs are kind of just guitar and like voice and like not simpler, but more like stripped back. This one, there's a bit more production. There's a bit more like power behind some of the songs that's going on, and it feels more like a complete thought than some of the older stuff, which is just recorded very quickly.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, obviously both are great. Like having that raw recording is always great, especially in folk music. But yeah, I definitely recognize the elevation of production.
Thank you,
it's so nice. You mentioned there's like this lyric in I forget the name, is it The Rain You Face?
The Rain You're Facing.
Yeah, The Rain You're Facing. And it's talking about you don't want to be saved, but you just want to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you talk about that lyric? Because I found that like really stood out to me, and I found it
Sure,
really
yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Trying to like sing it in my head, you know?
Yeah.
I guess it's like, you know, about people who say they don't need anybody, you know, and they just want to like escape.
Yeah.
But in reality, you know, we all need somebody, or like need people around us, and you can't kind of just leave without, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I guess when I wrote it, I wasn't like thinking about it too hard.
Yeah, that makes
like,
sense.
I understood it, you know,
Yeah.
and I tried to explain it. It's difficult for me.
That makes sense. I completely understand that. Yeah, like I make music as well, and
Sure.
I make hip hop,
Nice.
which is like I'll go in and record. Like, and I'm like the writing process happens as you're recording.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
hip hop artists. So like even when my girlfriend will ask me, or like somebody will ask me a specific lyric and what it means, it's so difficult
Yeah.
to try to go back and like put your head in that mindset. But yeah, I just found it interesting because what I gained from it was this sort of like wanderlust that artists tend to have, is like we always want to travel, and like as much as we want to experiment with our music, we want to see new things in
Yeah.
life. And you mentioned you're from San Francisco, like, and then just thinking about how you've moved to LA, that's kind of what I was thinking about
For sure.
for the lyric. Is there something about traveling and seeing new places that is really important to you?
Yeah, definitely. I want to travel as much as possible, and I feel like every time I travel, you know, I gain something and write something about it. Wherever I am, wherever I go, it's like I want, when I'm in that space, it's like, oh yeah, I need to write.
Yeah.
It's just so inspiring, and I like that. That's what you got from the lyric, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah, awesome.
But yeah, just traveling, you know, it is a big part of like me and like art, and like I want to see all over the world and like gain all these experiences
Yeah.
everywhere and use it for my songwriting.
Right. Feel new things.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there certain feelings that you really latch onto for songwriting?
Yeah, I would say definitely like bittersweetness, or like melancholy, you know,
Yeah.
kind of like sadder tones, just because I feel it's more connecting with people. Like people
Mhm.
like happy songs, but the sadder songs can be more deep and create a deeper connection with somebody, you know?
Yeah.
And I like writing happy songs, I just don't do it a whole lot.
Yeah.
Um,
I think writing music in a lot of ways is cathartic.
exactly.
So you kind of want to purge certain emotions,
Yeah, that's a big part
and
of it.
turn a positive or turn a negative into a positive.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like make sad songs seem hopeful.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was a big theme for me throughout the whole album. It's just like turning my feelings into something I can show people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And from the music video side,
Mm-hmm.
do you really enjoy, like, I know you're really good with production and everything like that. How does that come in and merge with your love of songwriting?
Like for the music videos?
Yeah.
My girlfriend does all the music videos.
Oh, really? Okay.
Shout out to her. Shout out to Ari. She does all my music videos. She comes up with all the ideas. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever come up with one idea.
Oh, really? Okay, that's awesome.
So, yeah,
she
she,
got a little power couple.
Exactly. Yeah. She's a cinematographer, so she's very good at that, and she knows what she's doing. Yeah. She's always like, I have this idea for a video, and I'm like, let's do it, because I don't have any ideas myself, and her ideas are always great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really cool that you can sort of like relinquish that and like just sort of trust in somebody who you know is going to, you know, understand your art direction, and that's a really cool thing to have. And you guys are doing production together. So how does that work when you guys work together on a production for like films?
It's very smooth. Yeah. For the music videos, it's very, quick. Get it done.
Yeah.
I do the acting,
Yeah.
just play my song and like she gets the shots. And then for like working on other people's productions, like Kyle, for instance, and I got him on here.
Yeah.
I'm just boom operating and sound mixing. She'll tell me what to do. I listen. And it's very smooth as well.
Yeah. Where did she learn like all that stuff?
She went to my school is it's called the Los Angeles Recording School. It's under the Los Angeles Film School, which is where she went.
Okay.
So that's where we met. So yeah, they're kind of like the same school-ish thing. They're two different. They're like a block away from each other.
Oh, okay.
And I think the film school owns the recording school, so you kind of have like classes and things like that together. But yeah.
Okay. Do you guys ever dip into each other's worlds? Like, will you ever get her making music, or you starting to learn more cinematography?
No, I've always wanted to get her to sing.
Yeah.
She has a good voice and like sing on some songs. So I think for some newer stuff, I want to try to get her to sing some like backgrounds or something. But I've never like touched a camera. Like I've taken photos and stuff, but like I leave it to her.
Oh, fair enough, yeah.
I don't want to get into that. I'm too scared,
Yeah.
It's intimidating.
Yeah. Sam, who I've had on here, said that he was interested in starting to make music, and like he's looking to you for inspiration and like to helping him out with that. Do you enjoy like sharing that process and the love for songwriting with other people
100%.
And getting people into it?
Yeah, he's actually come over a couple times and we've jammed and like just traded songs back and forth and like showed what we were learning or showed what we were writing, and it's been super fun. And I've been trying to get him to come to this open mic and just perform in front of people because I think it's awesome. But yeah, I definitely do that. Like me, my brother Sam, and then a couple of my friends, we go to this open mic and play. And it's been fun to like share that and just like we'll jam, in each other's apartments and just like, just trade songs. And it's my favorite thing, just like showing people what you've written and then getting feedback and someone else shows you what they've written. And like, it's just, it's nice to have people you can go to and like all share this love for music.
Yeah. Do you plan on making songs together with more people in the future?
Yeah, definitely. I have a friend, his name's Marco, and he does like country music. And we went to the studio recently, and he was singing and playing guitar. My brother Sam was playing lead guitar, and I was playing drums. And we were I just went and pressed record, ran to the live room, and then we just started jamming on the songs and getting takes down, and it was super fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun, like seeing how other people's brains work through their music.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's really unique to each person. And would you say that you've sort of, can you hear your own sound and the uniqueness in your own sound now? And was there a point where like you didn't necessarily feel like you knew the songs that you were, I guess, destined to make or that were connected to you?
I guess kind of with like the earlier stuff, I didn't really know what I was doing. I knew who I wanted to sound like, who I wanted to imitate, and it wasn't really. I'd say the lyrics were authentic to me, but the music was less authentic, and I didn't know how to achieve the sound I was looking for.
Was there a song where it clicked?
Yeah, I would say Us, the first song on the album. When I recorded that, I was like, oh yeah, this is where I want it to go.
Yeah.
And when I was tracking the drums for that song, I was like, okay, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And there's actually another song, a newer song I'm working on right now. It's more heavy. It's like an electric guitar, and it's more of like a rock song. And when I recorded that, I was like, I want to do more of this for sure.
Oh, nice. There's no electric in Do Not Disturb, is there?
There's no, there's no like rhythm electric guitar. There's only some lead electric guitar.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Have you always played electric guitar?
I actually started out on electric guitar.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, when I got, I was like playing Blink-182 songs.
Oh, really?
Just like playing covers and stuff. And then I got super into Bob Dylan, and I bought an acoustic guitar, and I was like, okay, yeah, and then I've kind of just stuck with that. But now I'm coming back to it.
Okay. Is Blink-182 what inspired you to start drumming as well, or?
I got into drumming. I don't even know why. I was like in the school band, you know, in the like, middle school and high school. And I thought drumming would be fun because I didn't have to learn the notes on the scale. So I, in like 6th grade, I was like, I want to take drum lessons. And then I took drum lessons and played in the marching band and stuff.
Oh, that's it.
I was like, this is fun.
Yeah.
And then I started playing guitar. I was like, okay, this is more fun.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of like left drumming, put it aside, and then I came back to it recently. And I was like, I need to get really good at this again.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's awesome. That's good that you're incorporating all these parts of your life again. And yeah, I think there is something really fun about guitar and like the way you can explore just different notes and just find new melodies.
Yeah.
How do you go about writing a song? Are you just messing around on the guitar, or do the lyrics come first?
I think it depends. Like sometimes like a line will come to me, you know. But usually I sit down with my guitar and I'm like, I'm gonna write a song, and I'll kind of have like maybe a loose idea in my head of what I want it to sound like, but I don't know where to go from there. So I'll just start like strumming or like picking some chords.
Yeah.
And I always try to find like unique chord shapes or like non-traditional chord shapes to throw in there because it makes it more interesting and more fun to play. Make it sound more unique.
Yeah.
And then I'll start like playing, and if I have something I like, I'll start like humming over it and trying to come up with lyrics. And I kind of think of like a theme I want to talk about, or like if I write a line, it's like, okay, this song's gonna go this way. And that's how I do it every time. Usually just sitting with the guitar, and I'll try to sit there and finish the whole song in one sitting.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it usually takes a while, but if I leave a song like halfway down, I'll usually never come back to it.
Really? Okay.
And so it's like, you know, there's some stuff that it's just hard to get back into once it's half written, you know.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So I try to just finish it right there, and then maybe tweak it a little bit to make it more interesting. Like I'll maybe add more licks on the guitar, like little things that make the guitar more interesting, or sing it in a different way, and just try to perfect what I have in just the raw form of guitar and vocal.
And do you always do you always record the guitar and lyrics together?
I do them separately, so
Separately, okay.
yeah, I'll take a guitar and then take a vocal, and another guitar, take another vocal.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, because I know with some people it's really hard to get the timing right if you like record them separately. So that's cool that you're able to do that.
Yeah.
Especially with the stacking, that would be really difficult to stack the vocals and guitar a second time. Like
it's it gets tricky, especially if the guitar part's really complicated. It takes forever, you know.
Yeah.
But I find that when I am on the rare occasion like tracking guitar and vocals at the same time, I feel like I do get a better performance, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like right there, you're playing it.
That's true.
Kind of the emotion gets across easier.
Yeah. Do you think you'll have some more concerts moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. I've been practicing with my brother and then my friend Zach, who's been playing bass, and we're just looking for a drummer right now.
Oh, nice.
Play some shows.
Yeah.
Because we want to do like a full band thing.
Yeah.
But I'll probably do some just solo shows in the next coming months, just to get back out there. And then I play open mics every week.
Yeah.
Trying to get back into like, I took a little break from it. I'm trying to get back into that. Just like every Tuesday I go.
Oh, nice. Where is that at?
It's at Oaks Tavern in North Hollywood.
Oaks Tavern.
Yeah, 7:30 p.m. You know.
Check them out. Check them out. This Tuesday.
I'll play unreleased songs.
Wait, that's tonight.
It is tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll try to get there tonight.
There we go. Yeah. This probably won't be out today.
No.
But, yeah. But no. Yeah. Do you enjoy the performing?
Oh yeah, it's my favorite thing.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I love recording, and I've I love the process of recording, experimenting with sounds and stuff, but performing live is just so fun.
Yeah.
I've never had like a bad time performing, even if it's a bad performance or like something goes wrong, it's still super fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about it? Is it like connecting to the people, or is it just like just living in that space and just hearing the songs in that space?
I'd say it's both. Yeah, like getting to see the audience react to it, and like what's really fun. This has only happened to me once, but I was playing the open mic. I was playing a new song, and everyone was like completely silent while I was playing, and I was like, that was so cool because they're actually listening.
Yeah.
I usually play over people talking and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
And so that was like the craziest feeling ever. Is everyone was listening. And then after I played, people were like coming up to me and asking for my Spotify and all that stuff, and it was just such a great feeling, you know, just being able to share a song with people and then enjoying it, you know, wanting to talk about it, just sharing the love of music. It's just the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you do have like some fans. I was looking at some of the comments on YouTube videos, people you've never met before who've really connected to your music. What's that feeling like?
It's strange, man, because it doesn't feel real in a way, you know? It's like these people actually listen to my music and enjoy it. And like someone sent me a screenshot of their like earbuds. I was like in their top 5.
Oh my god.
And I was like, it's insane.
That's so cool.
Yeah, right? And I'll get like people will like comment on my TikTok and stuff and just like say how much they love the song, and like some people will DM me on Instagram and say the album's really, really great, and it's just such a cool feeling, you know, and so I'm just hoping to, you know, maintain that connection with fans.
Are you eager to eventually get out there and tour?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I would like to, you know, just start kind of locally, just playing shows in LA and then like around the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
And kind of build from there. But yeah, I definitely want to do like a nationwide tour one day. I'd love to do that.
Yeah. I think it's so interesting that California has such a big folk history.
Yeah.
Because I'm from the Midwest, and you know, when I think of folk, like I didn't know much about folk to begin with, but like I definitely wouldn't have guessed that California would be a big hub for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what about growing up in San Francisco, I guess, inspired you?
It's a great question. I don't know. I guess just like, because I grew up like 20 minutes from it, so in like a small town, and I don't know, just I guess seeing the city, like kind of walking around there, like when my friends and I would go to the city. You know, the architecture is really old and like inspiring. It feels like you're kind of taken back to the time when the music scene there was like massive, you know, in the late 60s and stuff. So I kind of, like I've written songs about that.
Yeah.
Like I wrote this one song called San Francisco, and it's, that's kind of like about the city.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess, that's a great question. It's kind of stumped me a little bit.
No, yeah. Is folk music still popular there to this day?
Yeah, they do a folk festival there every year, I believe.
Okay.
I think Joan Baez played there a couple of years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the festival, but it's a very popular folk festival there. And then Berkeley, which is closer to where I live, there's a pretty, like, it's pretty hippie still, so there's there's a scene there for sure.
Yeah.
Like there'll just be bands out on the street just jamming, and you know, kind of keeping it alive, which is really cool. And even then, like, still there, it still feels like we're like a time capsule.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
But you moved to LA. What were sort of the reasons that pulled you to come here?
The school, because it was in LA, and you know, I wanted to learn more about engineering and recording, and then obviously the industry's here.
Okay.
Which is like kind of true, because I feel like the industry's everywhere now. You can kind of do it from wherever you want.
Yeah.
But you know, I've met a lot of people who are good engineers and good musicians. So it's nice to have like that community because back home, like I don't really know anybody who plays music.
There's not as much of a network back there.
Not really. Like there's some bands, but I think I was kind of a little too young for that like scene back then. But yeah, LA, there's a lot of cool people, and it feels more creative than my hometown.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it'll feel more creative than most hometowns. It's a very unique place.
Exactly.
And it attracts a lot of a very specific type of person, I'd say. There's like there's a huge variety of people who are here, and a huge variety of creatives. But there's definitely a common theme in terms of like people really determined on making their dreams come true.
For sure.
Yeah, and like I've never seen anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, even New York, like there's some of that. There's a lot of arts and everything like that, but it doesn't feel so just like alive with creativity in the same way.
I know what you mean. Yeah, and like I know people who are like, I'll talk to them and I'm just like, oh yeah, you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a successful musician, And that's cool to see, because it's like, yeah, you can feel the energy around you.
Yeah, it's inspiring.
Exactly.
Is there anywhere else that you'd want to live after this? Is this sort of a stepping stone?
I don't know. I want to just like travel a bunch. Maybe like the Pacific Northwest. I like it up there.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere in Europe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to see the world, and just kind of find my place. But right now, I'm liking it in LA, and hopefully something will come with it.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. I'm really sure it will. Yeah. So, how many music videos are you planning to make for this album?
I'm not too sure. I'd like to make at least 2 more, probably.
Yeah.
I want to do one for the song "How I See You." And then maybe Waiting on Me. And then I had an idea for Eyes, but I didn't end up doing it.
Okay.
I might still do it. It was like pretty much I was going to get a shot of a bunch of different people's eyes and kind of build a music video around that.
Yeah. There's one of your music videos kind of reminds me of like just capturing life. You're like wearing a leather jacket in San Francisco.
Oh yeah. My Mind's Alright?
My Mind's Alright, yeah. And I really like that one because you're like you said, San Francisco is kind of a time capsule, and you really show that by just showing the people around you and the sights, and you're just taking it all in. It's a really cool kind of experience that just places the viewer just in the city.
Thank you. Yeah, that was all Ari's idea.
Yeah.
And she got great shots of the city and just like people, because we were just we went to the pier and then recorded me playing, and then she was just like walking around with the camera, just like filming people.
Yeah.
And it turned out really cool. But yeah, I love that music video. It's so it feels very like a postcard to San Francisco in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you ever experiment with playing the harmonica?
Yeah, I used to play the harmonica. I want to get back into it. I had a bunch of like old songs that were on harmonica on them.
Oh, yeah.
But I have like 7 on a bunch of different keys that I need to bust them out again, when I'm recording.
Oh yeah.
Get into my Bob Dylan,
Yeah.
Because it's a
each
fun...
one's in a different key?
Yeah. So they have like, each one's a key, and then you'll play the song in that key, and then you'll play the harmonica. But they have like chromatic ones where it's just every note in, 12 notes.
Yeah.
So I've never played one of those before. I've just like been like, okay, this song's in F. I'll pull out the F harmonica.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
So is it harder to play like a wrong note?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because it seems really difficult. Like if it was set up like a piano to try to choose each individual note.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they really hard to play? Like.
They're pretty easy. especially if you're trying to like do like a Bob Dylan style harmonica, because it's pretty loose.
Okay.
And it's really fun actually. You know, I have one of those like holders.
Yeah.
Like the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun instrument for sure. And I have a friend, my friend Luca, who's actually really good at harmonica.
Oh, really?
So it's always cool to hear him play.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an instrument I definitely want to get back into. Maybe for the next thing I put out.
Okay.
Harmonica on there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any like other unique instruments you want to experiment with?
Yeah, I want to play some banjo.
Banjo. Okay.
Yeah. I don't own one, but I want to buy one. Just kind of like mess around on it and kind of use it in like a textural way. Just like playing maybe like leads on it, or like just kind of strumming it.
Yeah.
In some background stuff in the song.
Yeah. Do banjos have frets?
Yeah.
They do. Okay.
But they're weird because it's like 4 strings, and then the 5th string is like halfway up the neck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's strange.
Yeah. Is it like weird finger positions that you have to have? Or?
Yeah. I think it's different from guitar.
Yeah.
So I just like the times I have played it, you know, I just put my fingers randomly and then strum it until it sounds good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Can you strum it like a regular guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I know there's more to it. I just don't know how.
Yeah. Do you like how do you find your strumming patterns?
That's a great question. I think it depends on what I'm hearing in the song. So like Waiting on Me is an example. It's like 2 hits on the bass note and then like a strum. And that was just kind of like, that's what I felt what I wanted to do. And that's like a very Elliott Smith thing. He's done that in a bunch of songs, so I kind of took that from his music. Because I was like, it sounds cool. And then, yeah, I guess like, because I don't really play with a pick, so I kind of I use my fingers, and that kind of creates more like unique strumming patterns. Because I guess like if you're playing with a pick, there's like you can do a lot of stuff with different strumming patterns, but when you're playing with your 2 fingers or like 3 fingers strumming it, you kind of have more control over what you want to hit and what you don't want to hit, and so it can be more unique.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other examples, like Nobody's Home on that song. It's kind of like a blend of like finger picking and strumming, and that's just because it's easy to pick with these 2 fingers while I'm strumming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you ever like grow out your nails?
No, I don't think
No.
I saw that, Bob Dylan has like those super long nails.
Yeah.
I used to play with those like thumb picks where you'd like put it on your thumb and then be a pick there.
Yeah.
Those are really cool, and those definitely have a sound to them, which I like.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm gonna just play with my fingers because it gives it kind of like a softer sound.
Yeah. Would you ever experiment with like that thimble? What's that?
Oh, like the slide?
Slide, yeah.
Yeah, my brother has some of those. I've played with those before.
Yeah.
They're cool. They're hard though. Yeah, I need to like get really good at that because it's like a whole nother thing.
Oh, really?
Where, like on acoustic guitar, it'd be better if you're like in an open tuning, which is like you tune to like a chord. But on electric guitar, it seems like it's easier just to kind of do, and it doesn't create that like buzzing metal sound on the strings. We've used it a little bit before. I don't think anything that's like released.
Yeah.
But I definitely should try it again.
Yeah.
It's a cool like trick.
Yeah, it is a really cool sound. There's a lot of cool like tricks in folk music and bluegrass and country music that just modify instruments in such a cool way. Ragtime specifically, I don't know if you like ragtime.
Yeah, ragtime's cool.
Yeah, like the way they modify the pianos to sound like a little off or out of tune, or like they'll put nails in it on the hammers. It's just so cool to me when like instruments are distorted in some way.
Yeah.
That's another thing I really like about Clairo's production is all her instruments are distorted in some way.
I agree. I like taking an instrument and just kind of changing it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, in a lot of like, modern folk music, about the rubber bridge guitars.
Oh no.
It's on like some Phoebe Bridgers stuff, but it's like you can buy like one where it's pretty much on the bridge. There's like a muted thing, and it sounds super dead.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of plucky. It's a really cool sound.
To check that out.
Yeah, I want to like mess around with one of those. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Is that attachment or it's just the guitar's made that way?
People have made like attachments, and you can kind of like build your own, which is probably what I'll end up doing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to buy another guitar.
Yeah. Just for
to
that.
have that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's awesome. So Jack Nooney, Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Stay tuned. You can catch him Tuesday nights,
Yeah.
7:30 at, where was it?
Oaks Tavern in Sherman Oaks.
Oaks Tavern in Sherman Oaks. I definitely want to come to those.
Oh yeah, dude.
Take my girlfriend to that.
That'd be awesome, yeah.
Yeah, that would be so cool. And I just thought I'd ask, I realize now that you're not the expert of the couple who knows
the lighting?
the lighting.
Yeah.
But is there any advice you could give me with the lighting that you gained from Ari?
Oh. I'd have to see the shot, I think.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can show it to her. And then she
Sounds
can tell me,
good.
and then I'll tell you.
I appreciate that, yeah. Anything helps, but
Yeah.
Jack, thank you so much for
Of course,
coming.
man. Thank you, dude.
You're great. This
Yeah.
guy, check out his music because he's honestly like I was listening to it and I was blown away. Truly,
Appreciate that.
like it's so good. You're definitely going places, and not to just mention that movie again, but A Complete Unknown. Hopefully that inspires. It was so good.
It was so good. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
I thought Timothy Chalamet did a great job as Bob Dylan.
Oh, me too.
It was
me
awesome.
too. And I even thought the Johnny Cash was really
dude.
good. Yeah.
He killed it.
He did,
Yeah.
yeah. So hopefully more people get into folk music.
Yeah.
And if that describes you and you saw that movie and you're like, man, this genre of music is killer, then you really need to check out Jack Nooney because
Thank you.
he's doing his thing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. This has been Ambition Only, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Dude, thanks for having me, bro.